So here's the deal. I talked about this in a previous video and I got another letter right here. Someone scanned it, sent it over to debt collectors. Since the CFPB is not going to be in operation and all of the agreements that was put in place for the oversight on how debt collector letters had to be put together, I guess that's all just going to be balled up and thrown into the trash. Well, what they've done is they went back to what I used to see before the CFPB came into existence. We have been helping individuals and families with their credit and with dealing with debt collection companies since 2006. And after the CFPB was established and they put together some rules, regulations on enhancing the Fair Debt Collections Practices Act, where they stated all of the debt collection letters had to have a certain format because they were very confusing to people. A lot of people did not know that they were even allowed to dispute a letter from a debt collector because of the way that they were putting those debt collection letters together. Now, already, I'm not even going to go into the way that they agreed with the structure because it looks like that has been thrown out of the window. But what I could tell you, some of the things that you need to be watching out for is that the letter is not technically a bill. It's a bill if you pay it. It's a bill if you don't want to dispute it. But what they're doing is they're giving you they'll say that it's like a resolution or obligation to resolve this debt or whatever they want to say in there with the terminology. But basically it boils down to just being a letter stating that you have a debt that they've purchased and they want to give you the opportunity to resolve it. What they're supposed to be doing is they're supposed to tell you that you have a right to dispute any or all of the debt, that you have a right to make them prove everything about how they purchased the debt, where they got it from, who they got it from, if they bought it from another debt collector or a series of debt collectors or straight from the original creditor. But they only have to answer that if you know how to do it and how to make them respond and get you that information. Also, what I'm starting to see is that they will state in these letters that they are not allowed to sue in some of the letters. I'm getting this a lot too. There were videos that I've made in the past where people would say that debt collectors would never come after you for debt that was past the legal statute of limitations to collect. Well, it did calm down a little bit, but some debt collectors were still tried. But now they're going to be trying it a lot more because they don't have to put together the letters to show you the way that they had to under the CFPB. In this letter here, let me tell you how confusing this letter is. At the top, you have an obligation to resolve this debt. You have an obligation, not you had the opportunity. They say you have an obligation. If someone was to send you something in the mail, or one of your family members or your boss or someone came to you and said you have an obligation to resolve this, what would you think? Would you think of the options, or would you think of what they're telling you? You have an obligation. This was not something that they had in previous letters that were under the CFPB. The next thing is they went straight into that they're attempting to collect the debt, and they mentioned the original creditor, and they jumped in there with an offer that they wanted to give the individual to settle the debt. They did not go into that you have a right to dispute any or all of this debt. They did not go into that. They just went straight into giving a settlement amount that they were willing to offer to resolve the debt, which was not a good settlement amount, and also that the number, and that you can go and pay the debt settlement amount in full on or in payments on their website. They also threw in there at the bottom that because this debt is, they didn't say use these words, so I'm just going to let you know what they said. The law limits how long you can be sued on a debt. Because this debt, you will not be sued, and that it will not be reported on your credit reports. This notice is required by law. So now, after they went through all of that stuff above, they put this way down at the bottom. They put that way down at the bottom. Now, what does this mean? If you receive a letter and it says that you cannot be sued and that it cannot be placed on your credit reports, for you, you might be saying, hey, why do I need to worry about this? And in the past, you did not need to worry about this. But what I'm seeing is that the debt collectors are using these letters. And then in some states, I've only really seen this in the state of Texas, is that they've tried to submit this to the court, but they're utilizing a tool. I forget. Hold on a second. Let me get the exact terminology. Okay, I'm back. I thought I had it in my notes. This is the trick that these debt collectors are utilizing in Texas courts. I haven't seen it in other courts. Is what they're trying to do to get you to reset this debt is that they're trying to send just to the court an admission statement. So they're going to file an admission, not a summons. Not a summons. This is crazy. They're just submitting an admission statement. And if you do not respond to the admission statement, just like with any other court actions, guess what? The court deems that you admit to the debt, and then it resets the statute of limitations, and they're going to start going after you the normal way, where they'll be able to sue you because the debt was reset. So if you receive an admission statement, this is crazy, and you may, because it's all way out of order. They usually do this when they do a summons, and then they'll do admissions, productions, interrogatories. What they're doing for debt that is past the legal statute of limitations to collect and past the legal time bar period or statute of limitations to take you to court the legal way, what they'll do is they submit an admission statement to the court. You have to respond to that admissions. If you don't respond to that admissions, then they're saying that everything that they stated in there was absolutely true. The debt is reset and the statute of limitations clock started over. Before I go into the solution, I just want to also say this. There are a lot of attorneys who have never experienced something like this before, where they're going to have someone, another attorney, that is actually going to use a tactic, a strategy, a legal tool with court documents to get someone to reset the debt legally. I'm telling you, you gotta, the way to really understand all of the different things that these debt collectors can do is that really it's about to be 20 years. In February of 2026, we have 20 years of the credit repair shop. And when I see these things, a lot of times what we do is we'll see that a debt collector will try something and we think that it's new. We really do be thinking that it's new, and then we go back and look at our files, because what we'll do, we'll type in and say, have we seen something like this before? Just like you have Chat GPT and stuff like that, where they'll give you like vague answers and descriptions, or they'll talk about like from research. We go and research our own files of what we've had to go through with dealing with these types of issues for our clients. And then it'll pop up and say, yeah, in 2008, this was a strategy that was used. Oh yeah, in 2016, this was a strategy that was used. Oh yeah, in 2018, this was something that was being used. Sorry about that interruption. I had to answer the phone. You know, when your wife calls, you got to answer the phone. So here, let's talk about the solution to this. You need to have it's not a debt validation. You need a cease and desist letter created to point out that the debt is past legal statute of limitations. You don't just do a cease and desist. You need to point out that this debt, and that you know it and they know it, and that you want them to stop coming after you for that debt. Bottom line. You don't have to do a debt validation on a debt that's past legal statute of limitations to collect. You don't have to do a debt validation on a debt that's past the statute of limitations for them to legally try to take you to court to sue you. No debt validation is needed. All you have to do is send them a letter. So you could either have us do it for you if you want us to craft that professional letter. It could be worth it to make sure that it all goes away. For this one right here, they were trying to come after this gentleman for $5,063.98. For us to create it for you, it's only $59.95. We'll get you the green tracking. They will cease, but it'll be done the right way, so they will not try to sell it, resell it to someone, or try to trick you into some type of resetting of the debt. Or you can do it yourself. I'm going to give you a way that you can do it yourself for free. Below this video, there's you can get my 3-pack of letters, and there's a statute of limitations letter in there. If your debt is past legal statute of limitations to collect, that's the only letter that you need. That's the only one you need. No debt validation, no nothing else. Send it certified so you have proof that they got it. Also, print out a copy of the letter so you can circle it so they know that they cannot come after you for that debt and that they've actually stated it in their own terms. All right, if you need help with your credit, please visit us at thecreditrepairshop.com. Watch video What Makes Us Different so you can see my 8-point validation process, my 2-phase settlement process. If you need your credit reports and scores, go to the website your3scores.com to grab your TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian credit reports and all 3 scores. You got debt collectors coming after you early in the game. You can do what I just told you to do. Grab my 3-pack of letters, or you can go to summonsmaster.com and create an exclusive certified debt validation letter. If your debt is past legal statute of limitations to collect, either come to us or grab my 3-pack of letters, because that's not that service is not in Summons Master yet. If you have debt collectors who are suing you in court or original creditors suing you in court, you can go to summonsmaster.com. We have a done for you service, or you can go to creditrepairshop.com. We got a done for you service, or you can go to upload it in Summons Master and get it fully formatted, response to every allegation, and a defense to help you win your case. All uploads are reviewed by a human in my office who is trained by me, who has helped, and I've helped plenty of people win cases all the way upwards of $141,000. Also, it comes with aftercare services. You're not just left alone like with these other services. We're going to walk with you all the way through the whole entire process till it's done. We also have services for settlement. If you don't want to go to court, you can just settle out of court. We can handle all of that for you. If you want to push it, go through court. If you win, you win. If you lose, we have support services for you at a discount to help settle the debt. It's really your choice ultimately in the end on which route you want to take. Thank you for your time. Subscribe to the channel, post your questions and comments. This is Stephen A. Williams, President and Founder of thecreditrepairshop.com.